Good morning. Good morning, Indio Middle School Tigers. Thank you for joining us on Tiger News. I'm Mrs. Hudson, the assistant principal, and
I'm Ms. Hartman, your new principal.
It is August 23rd, 2018. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. So we have a new member on our Tiger family staff today, and many of you have asked me this morning, where is Mr. Jimenez? Where did he go? So just to eliminate all the questions for all those returning students, Mr. Jimenez is now the new proud principal at Beaumont High School. So I'd like to introduce you to our new principal, Mrs. Hartman, and I'll let her tell a little bit about herself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ms. Hartman. It was so awesome to see so many of your faces and for so many of you to come and introduce yourself to me. So I'm Ms. Hartman. I am the new principal, as Ms. Hudson said, at Indio Middle, and I cannot be more excited. So I'm super excited, just like you guys are, but I'm also a little nervous. So I may need some of you 7th and 8th graders to kind of point me in the right direction. So we've been working on some great things this summer and past year with all the adults and staff around campus here. And so one of the things that we are working on is something that we're going to be talking about over the next few weeks, and that's what we're calling our roar values. I'm going to let Ms. Hudson talk a little bit about that.
So you will see some posters all over campus in your classrooms. It looks like what's on the screen right now. And these are our roar values. To be responsible means I will do the right thing even if no one is watching. Taking ownership, I will take control of my words and actions. Acting safely, that I will think before I act. And being respectful, I will be kind to myself and others. On the screen, go ahead and keep it for just a second, please. On the screen, you can see what it looks like to be responsible, taking ownership, acting safely, and being respectful in the classrooms, and the hallways, and the lunch areas, and the locker rooms, and entry dismissal, whether that's entry and dismissal at the end of the day, or whether it's entering a classroom and dismissing. So these are our roar values that we will be going over very extensively. That means over and over and over, so everybody can learn them, because we want a safe, happy campus, and if we are all roaring together, we will accomplish that. Go ahead, Mrs. Hartman.
So as part of our roar values, one of the things we want to do is ensure that our lunch area is safe and clean. So we've made a few adjustments this summer to our lunch area, and so I'm going to point out a map for you to kind of walk through a couple pieces with you. So for 6th graders, this won't be new, but for 7th and 8th graders, just a few small changes for you. So if you take a look, everybody should be entering the cafeteria, the lunch area, between the 500 and NPR building. Once you're in, everybody will be seated in the lunch area for the first 10 to 15 minutes to eat their lunch. 7th and 8th graders will be seated in the section closer to the NPR, where our 6th graders will be seated in the area closer to the field. After the first about 10 to 15 minutes, we will open our recycling line that I'll let Ms. Hudson talk about here in just a moment, that then will allow you to go out to the blacktop area and to our field. So if you look to the green almost box, first you see an arrow that's directing you to the blacktop and to the field area. Blacktop will be available to use for basketball, so on and so forth, as well as the first half of the field. So it's kind of hard to see in that Google image, to about the 3rd tree. So we'll be out there helping direct you if you have any questions. We are still going to allow the upper field to be used for soccer, but for soccer only, not for hanging or anything else like that. So if there's questions, please ask us. We are also minimizing and eliminating the use of time in the hallways. So please, once the lunch period rings, please head out to the cafeteria lunch area and we will direct you on where you need to go.
And part of that map you might not be able to tell is we are cutting off any access to the classrooms so teachers can enjoy their duty-free lunch. So that's the red line on the fire road in front of the 400 and 500 wings. You can no longer go on that side of the fire road. As far as recycling, we want a clean lunch area. We absolutely appreciate our wonderful day custodian, Mr. Corey, and we don't want him to do any extra work that he doesn't need to do. Last year, you did a pretty good job most days. Some days not so well, but we're going to work on that this year. For our new students, if a class, if you keep the lunch area clean, every day that we collect less than 6 trays of trash after you leave the lunch area, then that earns us tech day the next day. So if you have a clean lunch area today and it meets that criteria, then tomorrow you get to use your cell phones, electronic devices at lunch. Days that you don't earn tech day, then you cannot use those electronic devices at lunch. So it's a really big deal for us at Indio Middle School to be able to provide that privilege to you. So please throw away all your food and trash. All the food and all the trash that came out of your tray needs to go to the recycling lawn. When you are out there, we will help direct you on how to recycle. We may be doing it a little bit differently today. I'm still waiting for a call from the district office on if we have to even recycle even more precisely. We may have to put food and fluids in certain trash cans and wrappers and others and trays and others. So we'll be guiding you through the process the first couple days. You will catch on really, really fast. Anything else for you?
I think that sounds about right.
Okay, we do have maps in the office if you need a map of the campus since you do not have agendas yet. If you lose your schedule, you can come to the office. If you need a dress code paper, you're more than welcome to come to the office. Maybe you didn't get it in the mail. Because we want all of our Tigers feeling comfortable and in the appropriate dress wear. Tomorrow is not a free dress. Tomorrow on Fridays you can wear your club or college shirts. And we will start off the very first day with that. So tomorrow, if you have for example, an Avid shirt, a Jump shirt, some club or sports that you were in last year, returning Tigers, it has to be an Indio Middle School club or a sport only, or a college shirt of some kind. Pants on Fridays still have to follow the dress code. And so that will begin tomorrow. If you have any questions, I'd rather you ask instead of having to go to the office for loaners. So today is a day to ask as many questions as you can. That's all I have. Have a wonderful first day of school.
Thanks so much, guys. Don't forget, ask us. We'll be out there and around. Have a great day.
One more announcement, sorry. All PE classes will be meeting in the multipurpose room this week and next. Phew, glad we didn't forget that.
Have a great day, Tigers.